Let's get in there, people. Well, it might be a solo one for a little bit, but we're gonna get started right now.
Very weird.
T3 Media.
Through the media.
Well, prepare yourself, guys. Chris, we're talking to the media. Is your home for entertainment news by fans for fans. I'm your host, Chris Fagan, and I don't usually do this on a Tuesday, but I won't be available this Thursday. I thought, and with a lot of things that's been going on this week, a little bit, some things have been happening. It's been a little tight. Wednesday show, which is normally when we do this Wednesday show, is even questionable too. But some things popped off. I wanted to at least get something out there on the books and put it out there. So thanks, guys, for joining me. Man, things have just been glitching, man. I have two TVs back here, right? And this one works pretty good, but it only does a few things that I like. Then it does other things that I hate. The other one was perfect, and then the other one that I do like just started glitching. So I can't have my displays the way I want it. I just can't have nice things. But you know what? That's neither here nor there. That's not your problem. That's my problem. Look, guys, if you like talking to the medias and you want to support the channel, check us out on. We have our. As you know, we have our blog. We also have our podcast. If you want to check us out, if you can't check us out live on Twitch, if you can't check us out live on Facebook, and if you are out there watching, hit me on the comment section. Let me know what you think about the topics we're about to talk about. But if you are watching on our podcast, come check us out on our podcast. We're on Spotify. We're on SoundCloud. We're on iTunes as well. So if you ever miss us on the other live streaming shows and you want to check us out on our podcast, come check us out on all those various platforms. As well. So if you also want to support the channel, remember, put it in the box. Go to streamlabs.com/T3media/tips, or you can send a super chat or donate through the other various streaming platforms. If you want to send in a question during the live show and you want to just talk with me about anything, a little bit about a lot of things, and just talk to me during the show. So I'm going to get into these topics real quick and just see what you guys think about it. Look, I saw WWE Extreme Rules. And I've been kind of off the WWE a little bit ever since the pandemic started, really, because the crowd is, I don't know, it's a different thing when the crowd was there. So when we went into lockdown, I just kind of checked out. Me and a lot of my friends, we weren't feeling it, all that readjustment and resettling. And even when the pandemic started to slow down and things started to open back up, Now it's just like the decisions that Vince McMahon is making right now. It's like, I don't know, man. I've been WWE since it was WWF. Even when I was coming up, I never watched an episode of WCW. I was always WWF, always WWE. I felt like that was I chose my side. And I could have been wrong. Vince could have lost that war, but I chose my side and I stuck by it. But late now, I'm like, what's going on AEW, baby? Let's see what they talking. Little by little, I've been watching some AEW, man. So, dude, I'm telling Vince, I'm that guy. I've met Vince McMahon before in Iraq when I was working overseas, bro. If I'm a guy who, like I said, I never watched WCW back in the day, ever. The only time I ever watched WCW is after you bought it. If a guy like me is now starting to click and watch AEW, something's wrong. But I gotta admit that lately it's been getting a lot better, and I've been enjoying what the storylines. And it's mostly, honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's mostly been with the women's revolution. And if you guys agree with me about this women's revolution thing, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think about the WWE and everything. If you watched it as I did. I was more excited. I've been more excited about the women's stuff than anything else. Now, a couple years ago on this channel, I predicted that I thought Sasha Banks, when she first debuted, I thought if there was ever going to be the first female face of the company, it was going to be Sasha Banks. I was wrong about that. Out of nowhere, it actually, for a little bit of time until Roman Reigns took it back, it was Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch, to me, was the face of the company for a hot minute. Maybe she'll be again, but you know who the face of the company is when you go to those video game boxes and who's on the cover. It was Becky Lynch. Yeah, she had some dudes behind her, but it was Becky Lynch. So to me, that was the equivalent of it. But like I said, that's leading into what just recently went down on WWE's Xtreme. So I watched a little bit of it. I was watching it, and some of the matches were fine. So I'm gonna quickly go through all of them and talk. Like I said, if you're in the chat box, you want to talk to me about some of these things. If you watch WWE, if you're a fan, or if you're just waiting for the next topic, just sit tight. Send me your questions in the box right next to me. And we'll talk about it. But right quick, I'm gonna talk about some what went down on Extreme Rules pay-per-view. It started off. Well, let me get my notes. I'm sorry. Hold on quick. Let me get my notes up before I mess up. So the show kicked off with Carmella versus Liv Morgan. And spoiler alert, if you haven't watched it, look, none of the titles was exchanged. No, all these titles that were on the line, none of them were exchanged. No champion lost. They came in, they might have lost the match, but no titles were exchanged. The show with the kickoff with Liv Morgan and Carmella, I didn't care about it. I didn't care about it at all. It was. I'm like, I like Liv Morgan. I like what she's doing. I like her character, but I didn't care about. I'm gonna be honest with you. Anytime Carmella's fighting, I don't care. That's why I was so mad about that whole thing with Carmella going up against Bianca Belair last month. And then I was so happy when Becky Lynch came back, because I'm sorry, Carmella is it's boring to me. She is not entertaining to me. I don't know why she even I can understand to a certain degree why some people stay and some people get fired, but for the life of me, I do not know what the point of a Carmella is. So anytime she's in, I check out. That's the time when you can get up and go to the bathroom. It was not what I don't care about it. I didn't care about it. I didn't really watch it. I see that Liv Morgan won. I wouldn't been able to tell you that for real, because I did not care about it. It was a non-title match. It didn't matter to me. Next match that came up was with the New Day. It was a 6-man tag team match. New Day against Bobby Lashley versus AJ Styles and Omos, with Bobby Lashley getting pinned by the WWE champion, which just started off a whole sea of new forms of whining, complaining, bitching, and moaning. It was kind of entertaining. That was fun. It was very physical. It was a good match. I liked it. It wasn't all that, but it was decent enough. Then moving next to the next match was with the Usos. I love their attitude right now. I love that they are the best tag team in the division right now. There's no tag team better than them right now. The Street Profits, they're popular for the right reasons and everything, but I mean, on paper, I'm sorry, the Usos is just untouchable. So I'm glad that, like I said, no titles were exchanged, and the Usos came out with the victory. But it was a very entertaining match, and I give it up to them. So the first female match that I was excited to see how it was going to turn out was with the Queen herself. And I was watching this. My wife was watching. Was like I wasn't really watching it. And when Charlotte Flair came out, and my wife was like, Charlotte Flair, like Ric Flair? I was like, yes, dear, Rick. That's Rick's daughter. Okay, should we shut up and let me watch this? No, I didn't say that. I was just joking, baby. She probably watching. But Ric Flair's daughter going up against oh, dude, now I'm so nervous. What's going on? Ric Flair going up against Alexa Bliss, and I thought that this was going to be the thing that was going to snap Alexa Bliss out of the whole Bray Wyatt's gimmick thing. Now, I was looking forward to it. I wanted to see if that was going to happen. The one thing that I was excited about this match was when they were having their promo and going verbally going toe-to-toe with each other was Alexa Bliss made a little joke about how Charlotte isn't really original because she's kind of taking her dad's gimmick and using that. And then I swear I paused it. I was pre-recorded. I was watching that on Raw, and I said, Alexa, I know you not talking. You just were handed Bray Wyatt's gimmick that he probably made up, but the WWE owns it, and you were handed this gimmick. And I thought to myself, if Charlotte does not call her out with that obvious layup of a joke, I don't know if it was set up in the writing or if she did it off the top of her head, but it was what made me more. It was that promo that made me interested in this match. And she did it. She called her out. I know you not talking about stealing gimmicks, Alexa, with this whole. I was like, yes, now I'm invested. And it ended the way I knew it was going to. I'm sorry, Alexa, you bad. You a little tiny little fist of fury, but you ain't gonna beat no Charlotte Flair. Oh no, there's no way in the world. You gonna have, not without some backup, not without cheating, not without I don't know, a big distraction. I don't know, with the win over Charlotte Flair. It's got to be something crazy for that to be believable. But it was entertaining, so I enjoyed it. But it ended the way I thought it would, and I hope the rivalry continues because I'm enjoying that. Next match after that, Damian Priest, who is a wrestler who's probably a nice guy, it's probably okay dude. He just doesn't do it for me. I don't know much about him, and I don't care. Maybe if you're a solid fan of Damian Priest and you're like, no dude, don't this dude is legit. Tell me your comments below. What do you think about Damian Priest? I don't know. It doesn't do. I don't know. He doesn't do it for me. Going up against a guy who should have been left the company. I don't know why the Hardy Boys are always in different planes of existence. They can never be in the same spot at the same time. What the hell's going on? Going up against Jeff Hardy and Sheamus. It was a triple threat match for the U.S. title. Like I said, no titles were exchanged. So Damian Priest came in the champion. He left the champion. And I didn't even watch the match. I think I changed the channel when that was going on. Moving on to Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair, and that match did not disappoint. That was one of the ones I was more excited about the females than I was about the dudes. That match did not disappoint. I was so happy with how that match went off. Because the way their last face-to-face went, it was a ripoff to the fans. We deserved more. We deserved a proper fight between these two, and we got it. But they found a way. They found a way to end it perfectly because the last the last pay-per-view ended with such a mystery. Where the hell was Sasha Banks? Was she sick? I'm assuming that maybe she got sick. Maybe she got COVID. Something like, I don't know. But I'm assuming she got sick and she had to take some time off. Now she's back. And Sasha Banks interrupts the match, and it's setting up for a big triple threat. If Bianca Belair is going to take her title back to go through the man Becky Lynch and the legit boss Sasha Banks to earn it, it's obvious we're going to get into a triple threat. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't care which way it falls. I'm leaning more towards Bianca Belair because I feel like it's her time now, but at the same time, the two people that I thought were going to be the face of the company, Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch, hey, their time ain't over yet. It's currently their time as well. So that I was really excited about Sasha Banks' return. This match didn't disappoint, and I was happy the way it turned out. Now, last but not least, acknowledge him. Let me give you 5 seconds to acknowledge Roman Reigns. Thank you. Yeah, Roman Reigns going up against the Demon. Look, before the match went out, my friend Joe, who loves the Demon, Finn Balor. Now, we were like, look, Demon's never been defeated, blah blah blah. You know, that's why he stopped doing the Demon gimmick as much. And then he brought up before the match was about to even start, he brought up the whole it's like a phenomenon thing, like with the Undertaker being undefeated in WrestleMania. And the second he said that, and I didn't think about this when the match had started, but the second he said it, and I'm glad he said it right before the match started, because the second he said it, I was like, yes, but the last time a streak like that was broken was to the hands of a Paul Heyman guy, which we know that Roman Reigns is now. He is up. That's Paul Heyman right there, right above me, right there. He's the he represents Roman. He's a Paul. Now Roman Reigns is a Paul Heyman guy. The last time a Paul Heyman guy went up against a streak like that, it was broken. And it did, and the same thing happened this time. Now it ended in a questionable way. You know, like the ring broke. It looked like it was an accident. The way, Finn Balor was on the top of the ropes, about to jump off and defeat Roman Reigns, and then right before he could make his jump, it broke. Now I thought that he was gonna fall before the rope broke because when he was wobbling too much. Finn Balor has a lot of good balance. I've never seen him go to the top ropes and wobble the way he did. And he wobbled. And I was like, what's wrong with that ring? Is there something up? Why does he look like he about to fall? And then, bam, rope broke. So that was a setup. That was in the writing. Yeah, it was meant to happen. They wanted Roman Reigns to win and defeat the demon, but not in a way that would be like you legitimately beat. It was a fluke kind of a win, thanks to I don't know the WWE gods. I don't know, but I think that was in the writing. I don't think that was real at all. That rope break was set up. So I had a good time with it, but the problems that are going on with WWE are still justified. Vince gotta clean this up, man. Something's going on behind the scenes with the decision making. I don't know if it's time. He needs to retire. He needs to hand it over to Stephanie or Shane or some. But I feel like Vince, I think your time is come and gone. I think it's time for you to gracefully exit and hand the keys over to more creative people. There's nobody in the future that whoever runs the WWE is going to achieve an iota of what Vince McMahon did, because he was able to do something in a time where it really can't be replicated. You could another owner of the company could quadruple the profit margin of the company. It still won't compare to what Vince did during the highs and lows of struggles, the competing at WCW, the Monday Night Wars, overcoming all that, buying your competition, dominating in India and all over the world, creating the WWE universe and all that stuff for $9.99. All these things with from Hulk Hogan to John Cena to The Rock, Stone Cold Steve, it will never be duplicated. It'll be replicated, but it'll never be duplicated. So Vince, it's time to retire. That's just my opinion. That's my 2 cents. Whatever you think that's worth. So that being said, moving on to the the other topics of the week. Okay, Andor. If you're a Star Wars fan, you know that I think what was it during that Disney Plus? What was that company meeting thing where they announced last year when they announced during the pandemic when they were announcing all the things that were coming up, and they announced a TV show for from Rogue One. I think I have the poster behind there somewhere. From Rogue One, TV show for the Andor character that would be a prequel to what happened in Rogue One. And I was excited about that, man. I'm looking forward to it. I hope it's grimy, as gritty as Rogue One was. And it was just announced that they have wrapped shooting of the first season. So no matter what happens, it's official. It's happening. Rogue One is not Rogue One. Andor, the Andor series is coming, and I cannot wait to check it out. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's about 12 episodes in season 1, and it's just Rogue One was such a huge surprise, and it was so satisfying, and it pisses me off to this day that those goopity goppers over there, geeks and gamers over there, they try to, everything is Kathleen Kennedy's fault. You wouldn't have got this if it wasn't for Kathleen Kennedy. I'm gonna just stop. Let me just stop. But you guys know what I'm talking about. They just want you to click on something to hate on. So just let the haters hate. But they can't deny Kathleen Kennedy was crushing it. So, and because of her, we were getting this. But moving on. So from Deadline, we got some information about the Andor series, and the star of the show has some words for the audience as well. So let's talk about that real quick. I think this was his quote. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Let me double check. But it was stated, "You'll definitely see familiar faces," Luna told Deadline about Andor while promoting the return of his Amazon Prime Video original series, Pan Y Circo on October the 8th. I can tell you about this project like no other can. I can't spoil the ending if you've seen Star Wars Rogue One already. No matter what I say, I can't ruin the ending. And that was and you know what? That is 100% true. He can't ruin the ending. So the one he can tell you anything that he wants to say about the series, but the one thing he can't do is ruin the ending, because this is going to however long this series lasts, it will end leading up to the things that we saw in Rogue One. So he's obviously on that interview was having a little bit of fun with whoever he was, the reporter that he was talking with. So, and it's a true statement. You can't ruin it. Can't ruin it. So, and I'm looking forward to it. Prequels aren't. I always like, for Star Wars, I like to go forward. I usually don't like to go back. But this character, Andor, is very interesting. I love what he did on Rogue One. Very interesting dude. Very, very complex character. So I'm looking forward to it. That and that Sith show. What was that called? What was it called? I forgot what it was. That Sith show, but show about Sith stuff. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So, man, yeah, but it's a wrap. It's coming. It is a wrap, and it is on the way. So no matter what happens, that show is that episode is on the way. So moving on to look. I was a fan of R. Kelly back, and I know this is a crazy transition. Yeah, but I was a fan of R. Kelly back in the day. But like most fans of R. Kelly, I also believed what the rumors were going on back, what he was being accused of. I just thought that he was just never ever gonna get in trouble for it. I don't know what the heck was going on. Then with the coming the new age that we live in, the age of accountability and stuff, we came back, circling back to the boy R. Kelly. So R. Kelly, he was convicted. R. Kelly, let's see, it was. Hold on, I'm sorry. Let me make sure that I got everything right here. What is going on? So, if you didn't know, the jurors have found R&B singer R. Kelly guilty of racketeering, including acts of bribery and extortion. Exploitation of a child, along with separate charges of trafficking. Kelly was found guilty on 9 counts, 1 count of racketeering, and 8 counts of violating the Mann Act, MANN Act. Of the 14 underlining acts for the racketeering count, he needed to be found guilty of at least 2 to be convicted of that count. Jurors found prosecutors had proven all but 2 of the 14, so 12 underlining racketeering acts. And so yeah, it looks like the remix is over. It's gone. It's he's going down now. Before I started this episode, one of the things that I saw under R. Kelly's name was the fact that a representative or a spokesperson of Cosby had to share. I saw it was on TMZ. They asked him, "What does Cosby think about this whole thing with R. Kelly?" And he told TMZ. I think he even did an impersonation of. He was like, "Well, Mr. Cosby had this to say. You see." And I don't mean I'm not to make light of this, man. It's just that this man has just become. He's fallen so far for grace that you just got to laugh to keep from crying, man. Because this dude was stupid enough to say anything. Look, dude. You shouldn't even be out of jail right now. Keep your mouth shut. At least don't say. Why is O.J. Simpson and all these other people and stuff like that, and all these people that seem like they get away with stuff? Why do they feel the need to just be like, hey, more attention my way? Come look at me. I'm talking. Why do you feel that? Why do they still feel the need to talk? Like, keep your mouth shut. At least help us in the process of forgetting you exist. I mean, I will never forget Dr. Heathcliff Huxtable, but I can still pretend that Bill Cosby don't exist. I can like the music that Kel's made from the I can listen to the lyrics and like the melodies and like the song, but I can be glad that he's going to jail. So I can disassociate the two things. So go away. I mean, save some dignity. I don't know, whatever it takes. Just stop. Stop talking. Like why does Cosby? Why do you need to talk? Why does OJ need to? Why? It's like they do it in a way to goat you. They're trolling, is what they're doing. They're trolling. So I don't even know why they even needed to even ask. But it's TMZ. They're gonna ask. And and he gonna talk. These guys just can't shut up. I don't know. I don't know why, but they just cannot shut up. But that's pretty much what was going down in the week. So before I end it off, upcoming movies that are coming out, and I'm looking forward to them. Obviously, this week we have Venom that is about to come out. So if you are you going to go check it out? I am. If you are, let me know in the box below. Look, box office top 3 this week. We're moving into this was from last Friday. Shang-Chi was at number 1. Dear Evan Hansen was at number 2, and it moved Free Guy to number 3. The question is this: Shang-Chi is getting close to knocking Black Widow off that top spot worldwide. Okay, this is what look. Shang-Chi has beaten Black Widow. I think is it domestically? I believe, yes, domestically. Has made more money domestically. And it's on its way to 200 million domestically. I think it will make it now. But it still hasn't made more worldwide. Now, domestic, it needs a little bit more. It needs a little bit more of a push. And it being number 1 for so long, when Venom comes out, that's over. Obviously, Venom will be this weekend. Venom will be number 1. Shang-Chi will be number 2. The question is, by the time Shang-Chi is available on Disney Plus, I think it's November, will it have surpassed Black Widow? Does it matter to you? Hell, will Venom surpass these movies? It's not coming on any streaming service. It's going to have its run in the theaters, and we're leading into some interesting times. So I'm looking forward to it. I will be seeing it on Friday, or was it Thursday? Oh, Friday. I think I'm going to be seeing it Friday, and I'm going to have my review. They're some of the guys are going to be on the channel. They're going to be seeing it on Thursday, and I believe they're going to be doing a review on it. So hopefully we can get that out by like stay up late. If you're one of the guys who watches it on Thursday, some of the guys on the channel, Daniel, Jameson and whatnot, will be watching it. For some reason, Sarah Catherine doesn't want to watch it. She's like, well, I think, what was her thoughts on it? That's not the real Venom and whatnot. Like, read the comic book, Sarah, because that relationship that we saw, how Venom kind of, genuinely cares about Eddie Brock, that relationship exists in the comic book. Like, Venom cares about Eddie Brock deeply. So I don't know. I think you might be wrong about that, but we'll see how it all lays out. We're gonna have the top 3 is obviously gonna shift again after the next week, so we'll see where it lies. Obviously, I'm predicting Shang-Chi will be at number 2. Venom will obviously be at number 1. So put your thoughts below on that. Where do you think the box office is gonna land? And we'll talk about it on the upcoming reviews that are coming up on the show. So share your thoughts, your comments, concerns on any of the things that we talked about that I just shared with you this week. Don't forget to support the channel. We have a movie trivia that's about. I shouldn't have spilled the beans so fast, but I'm excited about it. We have movie trivia that's coming. We're gonna start our own little independent league here. So we're coming for you, Schmodown. We're coming for you. We're gonna start with the cast that we have here, and we're gonna bring that to you live. But we're still in the works on it. We're combing out the details of it. So be on the lookout for that. Like I said, guys, if you want to support the channel, you can always hit us up on Patreon. You can follow us on social media. Hit the like, subscribe button on and follow us on all the social media if you want to keep up with what's going on. Also, check out the blog if you want the latest post of what's going on everything that's going on and talking to the medias. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, like I said, always put it in the box or email us any topics that you think we should cover and send it to us. mail@t3medias.com if you want to send us a topic that you think we should discuss on the show, either on Wednesday or on Thursday. There should be a show tomorrow. If something happens, I'll make a post on the community tab and let you guys know. But there is a show scheduled for tomorrow. If something happens, because it's iffy right now, there's some behind the scenes stuff that's going on, and I might not have the ability to do it tomorrow, but I'll keep you guys posted on that. But other than that, there should be a show tomorrow. There should also be an interview as well, and I can't wait to bring all those to you. I can't tell you who yet, but I'll let you guys know soon enough. So that's it, guys. Let me know what you guys think. I'll just put in the box below, and until next time, guys. Hey, peace.